Hi, Dorothy Rowe here for the Distance Energy Work channel. Today I want to give you a wonderful technique that will allow you to establish a very healthy condition in your digestive system, particularly the lower GI tract, the gut. And I'm going to give you this protocol, and then I'm going to explain what's good about it and how useful it is. So if you just want to walk away with the technology, you can do that in the next few seconds. Very simple. What happens is we send love, gratitude, and appreciation to the digestive area where the gut bacteria reside. Gut bacteria are living beings, and they respond to the same universal language of experience and perception as all other beings in creation. They don't usually get appreciated for their value in the human physiology, but you will find that if you send them your love, that you will immediately receive a wave of love back in response. That's the first part of the message. The second part of the message is you communicate to the gut bacteria. The first part, the love, makes them receptive. The second part shows them the direction to evolve. So the second part of the message is the perception. And in this case, remember, we're communicating on the level of experience. It is your knowledge through experience of your own highest potential. In other words, you want to communicate your ideal full development to your gut bacteria. They appreciate being given some direction, because they're just down there in the soup of the belly, and they're doing their best, and it's good for them to have a direction to take. So make them receptive by giving love, and then give them a directive. And that is my immortality, my perfect health, my expression of highest potential, my complete union with the divine. Yes? And then they will know which direction to take. Okay, so now that's the instruction for the practice. It's very simple. You can do it with eyes closed, eyes open. My suggestion is better at times when it's quiet. And let's see other practical points on that. The more you do it, the faster and better you become. Yes, eventually you get to the point where you don't need to do it, because you and your gut bacteria are such close buddies that you know exactly what they're feeling and what's going on with them at all times, and they know exactly what you're feeling and what's going on with you at all times. There's a complete open flow of communication, and the love, the flow of love, the self-referral loop of love never stops. So bless you. May that be very helpful. Okay, here's how it works. When the baby is in the womb, it starts out as a seed with a little empty space inside, and that seed, that egg with an empty space inside, becomes a tube, which becomes two tubes, and one of the tubes becomes the digestive system, and one of the tubes becomes the nervous system. So from a very, very early point in the development of the human physiology, the digestive tract and the nervous system are very closely related. They are connected through hundreds of thousands of neural connections. And over millions of years that bacteria have existed on Earth, they have evolved in order to be able to make the best use out of their environment. The number of bacteria in our physiologies outnumbers the number of cells in the physiology about 10 to 1. So we are like a living ecosystem of microbial structures, basically. We are their world, and they communicate with us through these hundreds of thousands of neural connections. So if the gut bacteria want the environment around them to bring on more sugar, then they can produce a neurotoxin which runs through those hundreds of thousands of neural connections and goes into the spine, into the nervous system, and says, I don't feel good. I just don't feel good. I feel like I want sugar. And then next thing you know, you eat some sugar, and then the gut bacteria produce nice little neuropeptides and chemicals, hormones, which make us feel good, like oxytocin and dopamine. And they're like, ah, yes, you gave me sugar. Then they reward us with those nice, yummy neurochemicals. So the gut bacteria speak to us through the language of perception and experience, through this chemical language that exists in our bodies. But we are as much capable of communicating with them as they are with us. So when we send them our love and gratitude, appreciation, remember, they're like a life force in our body. We wouldn't be alive without them. So all gratitude to the gut bacteria, yes? And their lifespans are about 1.5 to 2 hours long. Therefore, the way they reward us for the vision of the direction or the evolution of the course of their existence as a collective is by evolving offspring which are better capable of producing effects in our body of good health. So along with the love, then we send them the message of good health. And they really appreciate it because from their perspective, the overall course of the journey of your soul is not so obvious to them. So the better you can communicate that to them, the greater they will appreciate it, and the more they will be able to cultivate their own ability to produce offspring that will be aligned with that vision. You are making a self-referral loop of love in your physiology between your spine and your gut, and you are communicating in such a way as to control their behaviors as effectively as they control yours. You function like one being. It opens a channel from the microscopic to the macroscopic. And it opens a channel when you produce these waves of love in yourself, and you and your gut bacteria are buddies, your friends, and you're working together, you'll find that your whole physiology, the flavor of the soup of the microbial structure, I think it's called the microbiome of the physiology, becomes very, very life-supporting, very life-nourishing. And what you'll find is that you will start to notice what they like. They like certain kinds of foods better than others, even though it could be that in your physiology at this time, you've cultivated a relationship with the microbes so that they cause you to have cravings for certain foods that you know are not good for you. As you strengthen and fortify and nurture your relationship with your gut bacteria, you will discover that as they're aligned with your full potential, that your desires for foods are going to change. And you will start craving foods that are extremely life-nourishing, that are extremely healthy for your body. Turns out, gut bacteria really like fiber. Oh, not such a big surprise. And the more you feed them fiber, the more they love and appreciate you, and the more they restructure themselves to accommodate your highest potential and keep craving other good foods that are really, really healthy for you. So in this way, you can affect positive change for your entire digestive system, and you can set up a self-referral loop of love in your body that will make you feel good always. And the exercise itself only takes about 30 seconds, and it feels good. So may you use it every day. May it benefit your health. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.